start streaming, and this time it should work. We should be live and on the internet. Hopefully we should be streaming normally. Can you check on that?
Yeah, about to check right now.
Let's see. Yep, it looks like we're good. My name's George. This is Anything Goes, and this is my best bud,
Johnathan. You can follow me on j.fba, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I screwed up OBS, and we're just streaming on YouTube tonight. We're not going to be streaming on Twitch, but we are recording too, so can upload that to Twitch later. So how's your week been so far? Oh God, yawning.
As you can tell, it's been a good week. Very tiring. Other than that, it's been a pretty good week. Especially the weather's been okay, and been nothing crazy. So week's been alright. It's been great so far.
Yeah,
as long as we get no snow, I should be alright.
Saturday.
Oh God, George, shut up.
It's coming Saturday.
Yeah, whatever. But you can keep it. You can come over your way.
No, you don't live that far from me, so it's going to come your way too.
You can just have a cloud just stay right over your house.
Well, there's always that one, but yeah, I did a good one. I went into my dryer and just bending over to pull stuff out. I didn't even have anything in my hand, and it just felt like somebody with a good, like my one of my muscles in my back was like a guitar and went ping. Oh. And it has hurt since.
It sounds like it hurts.
Oh, don't get old.
Oh, it's too late.
Yeah, I know, and I'm older than you.
Yeah.
But, what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. But yeah, Saturday, it's supposed to get in the 30s. We're supposed to get high winds tonight. And it's supposed to get in the 30s.
Yay. Got a level high, though.
Yeah. Love it or leave it. Well,
I'd rather leave it.
Yeah, that too. But, ooh, let's run our intro. Hopefully it's
wrong camera choice. Nope, right here in front of you. Yo, no. Over here. Over. Nope, right there.
Okay. I see it, but I don't hear it, so. And well, that was our logo. Hopefully the music played. I didn't hear anything, but normally it does. But we are on to our first story, which is, you remember there's been two accidents recently with Boeing 737.
Yep.
And now it's not just the U.S. A lot of other countries have grounded them too.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing them. I've seen them all over the news, Facebook, whatever.
And NPR has a story here with grounding of the Boeing 737 MAX, the fleet. Where does it leave travelers? There's people stuck at airports again and all that stuff. So if you're going anywhere, Linda, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's talking about going to Arizona, so I don't know if she told you.
No, you told me the other day that she was planning on going.
Yeah, so hopefully she's not on one of these flights because might not be leaving.
Yeah, hopefully not. That suck.
Oh, that would suck big time.
I can only imagine. I hate waiting at the bus station. I can only imagine at the airport.
Let alone, I mean, you bought your ticket, all this brouhaha and happy horse, you know what. Now what?
Don't know.
Well, hopefully she won't get tied up into that mess.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I figured you'd like this one. The next story here.
I'm listening.
The Cincinnati, who's a part of USA Today, Cincinnati.com, called The Inquirer, Cincinnati man starts beer-only Lenten fast. My pendulum doesn't swing towards moderation. He's lost, from what I understand, I read it, he's lost 15 pounds.
From beer fasting.
Yep. Just beer. He's doing what the monks used to do in olden times.
Yeah, that don't sound very healthy, though.
Well, beer for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I imagine you have to take some sort of supplement.
I wouldn't be doing that.
I figure that'd be right up your alley.
No. In my case, probably wine instead.
Well, there's always that.
I wouldn't go on no beer fast. I'll get sick. I gotta have something in my stomach.
Well, you could always, go to our next story here, which is drinkers get free beer when Coors Light Smart Tab handle glows. So you need to get yourself to a bar and get yourself some free beer from Coors.
Yeah, but the price is like twice as much at the bar.
Well, yeah, there's always that. And the way it works is Coors Light is launching the world's first smart beer tap handle powered by Bud Light negativity. Each time Bud Light talks about Coors Light, the tap handle illuminates, signaling that each legal-aged patron can select bars. It's only in like 5 cities. Will get free Coors Light.
I guess that's good, but you gotta hope they talk about it. But if not, you're racking up that bill. I'll be the only one paying one beer and just sitting there waiting.
That would be your luck too.
I'll be sitting there waiting. Like, all right, this is it for me. No, my luck, I get up, then everybody else lights up.
Yeah, as soon as you leave, as you're on your way at the door, you got your coat on, get ready to get it, it lights up, everybody, yay! Like, yeah, I'm like, back in.
Damn it, because I can sit back down, it might not happen again.
You're like, as soon as you walked in the, oh, sorry, the light went out.
That'd be my luck, man.
That would be your luck. You weren't officially in the bar.
But I had my foot in there. It kind of counts. I left you a $2 tip, man. You can, help me out. Your beer sucks anyway.
Oh, did you hear about Intel?
No, man. I really don't keep update on Intel anymore.
Now, wait a minute. Until we built your computer, you were this big fangirl.
Come on, man. You already know I was. I was a huge fan of Intel.
You were above fanboy. You were up to fangirl.
Yeah, that's Intel was what I was about to put into my PC.
Till I convinced you otherwise.
Yeah, and then I started doing research, and I was like, you know what?
He's right.
It is better, and the price is better, and you damn near get a better performance, so why not go the cheaper route?
Well, that was when Ryzen came out, and I've always sat on the fence. I'll buy whichever one will give me the better deal. You give me the better deal, I'll go with that one. So, but Intel might be in a little bit of a world of hurt.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah.
What do they do now?
Intel CPU shortage to worsen in the second quarter. Ooh. Might be better in the third quarter.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Intel.
Yeah, Intel's shortfall on CPU shipments will get worse in the second quarter. Could be resolved in the third quarter with new 14 nanometer capacity comes on stream. Now, AMD is talking about getting into 7 nanometer.
Yeah, I saw that.
But Intel does confirm that Intel confirms its answer to AMD's Ryzen 3000 is a 10-core Skylake refresh. So they're just redoing what they already have and just improving it.
Sounds like Apple.
Yeah, it does. That's why we don't have an Apple.
I'm telling you, man, they keep playing around. AMD is gonna shoot right by them. They go ahead and keep playing if they want to.
Well,
and it's gonna be their fault.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because they want to keep playing.
Well, here's the thing: is if you told me like 7 years ago, well before Ryzen came out, which has been what, 3 years, 4 years,
yeah,
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That you wanted to build a PC, I'd have helped you build an Intel machine because AMD was slacking.
Yeah, AMD was not good years ago. No, not at all. But Intel got comfortable. They did not expect AMD to go ahead and hop on that horse and catch up.
Well, they more than caught up. They're like burying them in the dust at this point.
And then now they want to talk about, we're going to just not really do any big upgrades. We're just going to improve it. Okay, you can go ahead and do that if you want to. That's what y'all want to do. When AMD is starting to be number one, that's your fault. That's gonna be your fault because y'all the one. Yeah, it's like they're like Apple right now. Apple's comfortable, and then like someone's gonna catch up. You're not gonna be number one forever, and you can't sit there and be number one and then expect no one's ever gonna catch up. You can't have that mentality. You cannot have that mentality. Almost like sports or boxing, whatever. You can't be number one and be like, no one's ever going to be able to beat me. I'm just going to relax. And then next thing you know, you get knocked out. Then, boom, then what? What happened? I slipped? Nah, man. Like, you had that mentality. That's your fault.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, and Apple is, there's some, what was it, last year they announced that they were going to come up with a new MacBook Pro. And it was supposedly going to come out last year. Now it's supposedly coming out this year. Well, we're into March.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Apple didn't have such of a what's the right words? Like a fanboy, fangirl fan base, they wouldn't be up there like they are, because all they're doing is doing improvements. They're not doing nothing major, nothing extremely major to it at all. Just improving small things here and there. If they didn't have that kind of fan base, they will be left in the dust by someone else by now.
Well, I mean, really, a lot of I've been watching a lot of videos that recently. Do you ever heard of a Hackintosh?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people that are big, Mac fans that they want new hardware. They want the newer processors. They want the newer graphics. They want the newer stuff. So what they're building is Hackintoshes. What a Hackintosh is, for anybody that doesn't know, it's a traditional PC that is very specific in its specifications. You know, you have to have certain processors, certain graphics cards, certain motherboards, and it's generally gigabyte motherboards. You build this PC, you put your processor and everything in, and instead of putting Windows on it, you put the Macintosh OS or Mac OS on it. And that is a PC that runs Macintosh.
And that's Apple's fault as well, because you can't do anything. You can't build yourself a Mac desktop. So that's their fault, because you can't. The same thing with their iPhone. You can't add more memory. You can't sit there and throw an SD card and when you start getting close to running out of memory. And they do this on purpose, so you can spend more money on their cloud, or spend money on the new upgrade that has a little bit more memory, or whatever. And people go for it. They really go for it. And they like, no, they don't sit there and think like, hold on, this cost me this much money. I should go this route. No, they don't think about it. They just go, no, what? All right, it's cool. New thing, boom, I'll get it. Just because it's Apple. Just because Apple slapped their Apple, their half-bitten Apple on there, then, oh, I got to get it. No matter what it is.
Well, they came out with like the Mac Mini, and the amazing thing that anybody was saying about the Mac Mini is that the memory wasn't soldered in. But you still can. It has they came out with this chip called the T2 chip, which if your hard drive dies, well, they don't have hard drives; they have like SSDs. Yeah. Something goes wrong with that SSD, which it is going to. All right, SSDs do have limited amount of time you can read and write. I mean, grant it's years, but nevertheless, if you need to change that for whatever reason, that T2 chip will prevent you from running Apple's version of Skype. What is that called? Yep. Apple Talk or something like that.
Yeah, they have to FaceTime and
yeah, that stuff will not run because that T2 chip will detect that you changed something that you shouldn't have.
See, man, I had Apple products. I had their their iPod Touch. I had their original little fat iPod. I had their iPod Shuffle. I had a Mac laptop. I was not a huge Apple fan, but I was up there. I was like, okay, I like Apple. And then, like, when I started getting to other things, next thing you know, I was very limited to what I can do on my laptop or my iPod Touch or my phone, anything. I was very limited, and that I did not like. I didn't like someone just like pushing me and telling me like what I can do and can't do. And that's to me, that's not like, it's not right.
You know what my first Apple was?
What's that?
My Commodore Amiga. Commodore Amiga had because Commodore Amigas were based on the same chipset, the Motorola's chipset, as the Macintoshes. There was a software emulator that you could put on your Amiga that would run Mac OS.
Huh.
So that was my first Macintosh.
Yeah, Apple, man, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know why so many people like them as they do. I guess they like being limited. I don't. I can do whatever I want on my phone. I can, put how many apps I want. I can try different apps. If a developer contact me and they want me to try an app, I can do it with no problem. Any of that. You try that with Apple. Nope.
They make everything proprietary. I mean, grant they have like Thunderbolt ports, but they do stupid things. I mean, they use standard CPUs, they use standard memory, but they solder the memory into the socket, so you can't change it.
Nope.
They've soldered CPUs onto the motherboard, so you can't change it. Like, why?
You can't add memory either. You can't add nothing.
No. Now in the Mac Mini, the amazing thing, like I said, was that you can change the RAM, you can upgrade the RAM, but that's about it.
I mean, you'll have to spend. The only thing you'll probably be able to do is spend money on an external hard drive.
Yeah.
You'll have to do that, but you can't sit there and physically build like a PC and you want to add like your own RAM or your own graphics card, or you want to even add some LED lights or something. You can't do none of that.
Linda said something. Says, I was told that hackers don't bother with putting virus on Macs. Well, there are viruses on Macs, but it's proportional to their niche. What I mean by that, if 90% of the world runs PC or Windows or Linux, 10% of the world runs Mac OS. So they have about 10% of the viruses that you would find on a Windows or a Linux-based PC. But yeah, oh yeah, Apple's not exempt from getting viruses. They just don't have as many of them. And it's not because they lock it down so much. It's because there's not as many people using Macintoshes or Apple stuff as there is people that run PCs. Like with your system that we built. If you want to update the memory, you want to put more in, you want to change out the processor, put a faster processor, no problem. Yeah, absolutely no problem. Just pop it out, pop the new one in, put the cooler on, good to go. If you just want to add another stick to your memory, that'll give you a lot more memory.
Yeah.
But you were going to say something.
Oh yeah, when I had a Mac, I got a virus on there, and it locked me up. It locked me out of everything. I couldn't do nothing at all. It was like, oh, call this number, and then we'll be able to get you back in your system. And I was like, no, I'm done with this.
Your mom says hi.
Hello.
That's a hi, Mom. Love you, Mom.
Yeah.
Just agree. Yeah, okay. Well, onward and upward. So our next story is NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660, which was due out today or within the next couple days, versus what just came out a little while ago was AMD's Radeon RX 590. This is just getting ridiculous. The number of graphics cards there are. I mean, this is a new one from NVIDIA. They
just came out one not too long ago. Why are they dropping these things like they're hotcakes? Let people get a chance to adjust to the new ones.
Well, and then this one is in between their 15. What is it? Wait, 10. Oh gosh. It's in between their 1650 Ti and their 1660 Ti. So that's why it's a 1660.
They're pushing them out too fast. It's no reason to push them out that fast at all. There's really not.
And here's the thing is these cards are like, we're talking like, if you look for the 1650, it's probably $20-$30 cheaper than the 1660. So what's the point?
Yeah, and then you have people who are just upgrading to the newest graphics card or whatever, and then you want to drop something else after they just drop money on their upgrades. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I think they're getting too greedy, and they're following the Apple curse, just because they're doing good. Oh, let's drop another one, see if it does good. Well, you can't just throw stuff out there and expect it to do great. You gotta wait. Give it time. Let people adjust to the new system and stuff.
You're right. I mean, and it is just ridiculous.
That's like you bought a top shelf brand new monitor, and then next thing you know, a month or two later, they drop upgrade it to that monitor. You're like, hold on, I just got this one, and it just came out. Why? What is going on here?
And then 3 months later, they drop another one.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It's like Apple dropping a phone every year, and well, I guess it's not stupid because people still buy it. So good job on you guys. But to me, it's just stupid. I don't get it. Let people get used to it. A year, I can see it. Okay, I can see Apple doing that every year. That's their thing. They've been doing it for years now. Everyone expects them to drop a phone every year. Every company can't follow in those footsteps because you're not going to get the same results.
And yeah, I totally agree. It's just, well, with the Mac, with Apple, what they're doing is they're bringing stuff out too long. I mean, they should be bringing new stuff out like once every 2 years, like once every other year.
Yeah, but they do it every year, and the thing is,
well, and people, Apple's not. They're doing it like the thing is, a lot of people have been building Hackintoshes because there hasn't been a refresh on the iMac Pro for 3 whole years.
Well, they ain't wasting no time on their iPhones.
Oh, iPhones are like every like once a year.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah,
every single year, and they can literally push those for every 2 years, but people buy them. People go out and get them every single year. So why not keep doing it if it's working?
Well, it's because LG and Samsung and the phones do the same thing.
It's a good business. It's a good business strategy. But LG and Samsung, their prices are, well, Samsung, they're getting up there with their prices. They're close. They're pretty close to Apple prices right now. I don't even know why they're doing that. I guess they're expecting to get the same results as well. I don't know, man. I just don't know why everybody's trying to follow in Apple's footsteps. Because when Apple fall, everyone's going to fall right behind them that's following them.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. I mean, it's getting to be too much.
Yeah, because they're not going to be on top forever. They're not going to be on top forever. Somebody's going to come out. Somebody's going to come out and come out with something better and cheaper, and they're going to lose it. They're going to lose their following, and whoever else is following their footsteps is going to tumble down with them because they want to be the new Apple, want to look up to them and follow their footsteps. You're going to fall just as hard.
Well, you know, I don't know which kind of leads to this story here, which is NVIDIA to buy supercomputer chip maker Mellanox for $6.9 billion, beating out Intel and Microsoft. So what this means, and this is not meant for us, this is meant to go after Intel's Xeon processors, which are for servers, and Ryzen's EPYC processors, which again are for servers. So they're going after the high-end business server market.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah,
but NVIDIA is really, what they're known for is their graphics cards.
Yeah, you can't blame them for trying, so my hat's off to them, but to me, all these companies, they get up there and they get comfortable, and then they just want to try to go out there and just do more and what they need to do. They can just relax with the ones they have, enjoy the money that's coming in from that. But no, they rather try to jump it up and just forget about everyone else who's trying to catch up. Forget about them. We're worrying about the one who's actually spending money. And that's, to me, that's not fair, because you're just looking at your clientele and just like spitting in their face, especially the people that's getting to building their own PCs. There's a lot more people getting into building their own PCs. They know they get the latest graphics card. The next thing you know, they think they have the top shelf graphics card, and then you want to drop something else 2 months later. And then that's just spitting in their face, because they just dropped. There's people that spend $1,000, $2,000, or even more to have the top graphics card, and you want to just drop something else. It's not right. You're just not letting everyone else catch up. You're just spitting in the face of your clientele. And the thing is, a lot of companies forget, if it wasn't for their clientele, their people that buy their products, they wouldn't be nothing. They wouldn't be up there where they are now. But they forget about that. They forget about the people who put them there.
Oh, that's absolutely right. But you want to know what else AMD is doing here? It leads into our next story. AMD launches another graphics card, but this one is only in China.
Well, so that's good. That's good. They're targeting a different market, a different part of the world. That's good for you, AMD. You guys are doing it the right way.
Well, and that's the thing. It's It's a AM. It's a Radeon RX 560 XT, and the next step from the 560 is the 570. Well, this is, guess what? In between.
Yeah, that's good. Go ahead and capture that overseas money. You doing it right, AMD. You're not just being stupid like Intel and Nvidia and all the. Do it the right way. I want to see you guys get up there, and I want to see you guys thrive past everyone else. And you guys take your time and do it the right way. Don't follow in everyone else's footsteps. Take your time, work on your technology, improve. Don't just approve performances and then throw something else out there. Don't do that. Work on it and give us something brand new, and you guys are going to thrive very well if you do.
Well, and that's like you say, there are a lot of people in China, so they might bring that over here,
and they have PC gaming lobbies in China and Japan and everything. They're really big on like gaming lobbies. So you have gaming lobbies that can buy this and put in their PCs that they have there to drive more crowds in and make more money. It's money for everyone. It's money for the gaming centers or wherever they're called over there. It's money for AMD. It's a good balance. It's working perfectly, especially since they're targeting the Asian community, who's really huge on gaming PCs and gaming in general. And that's a big money market over there, and they're taking the right steps, and I appreciate that. They're doing it the right way.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing that I always thought was odd. Why people in those countries, they have, like you say, they have these big, huge, stores that all they are is PCs with a monitor, a mouse, a keyboard, or a joystick, and you just go there and all you do is game, but you don't have one in your home.
No, it's no point, especially when you have this huge lobby where there's more than enough people who can go, and I'm pretty sure they probably don't even charge much. They probably don't charge much at all, and you can just go there and have a good time. And they're going to take this new technology, put it in their PCs, and this ain't gonna do nothing but bring a better experience and a bigger crowd in for everyone else, especially if they're being waiting for like an update. Pretty sure there's people who's in there who's hardcore gamers who've been waiting for like those PCs to get new GPUs and everything, and now they about to get them.
Yeah, well, it was just like when I was growing up. I don't know if you remember arcades.
Oh yeah, man. The Chuck E. Cheese was my spot for arcades. It was only when I was growing up there wasn't many arcade cafes left around, but we still had like Chuck E. Cheese. We had the mall had like a little arcade section. They really don't really have that anymore either. Everywhere you go, you at least find one arcade machine. And I especially Chuck E. Cheese, I loved it. Street Fighters, Ninja Turtles. I played a lot of games on there, and they're slowly dying out, and they're getting cheaper too, man. You can literally buy an arcade machine like for probably like $600, and put it in your house. So they're hurting, and that's why their prices are dropping so much right now. But if you're into arcade, you want an arcade, their price is getting low. So if you want one, if you can fit it in your house, do it. I wish I could. Shoot, I will never pay a dime in my life. I will have my friends pay all the time they come over. If I pop that quarter in there, man.
Well, here's the thing: is you just do your PC gaming.
Yeah, I just do that too, But it'd be nice to have an arcade, just go downstairs, have some friends come over, play some Tekken or something, and then just have your friends throw their quarters in there. You go ahead and hit your button, get your lives, and you have your friends add their quarters.
Well, there was like when I was growing up, inside the mall there was 4. There was 4 arcades. You had Galaxian, which is where the food court is now, and then upstairs there was gadgets. And then on the wing where Dillard's is now, if you went down that wing, the very first one was another arcade. And then right behind that was a much smaller one, but it was all sit-down ones.
Man, well now upstairs the mall don't have really anything now.
Yeah, they pretty much blocked it all off. You used to be able to go upstairs on the escalator, because they used to have one, and then go around to the front part so you can look in the center concourse.
Yeah, not anymore.
Nope, that's all offices and that stuff now.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things that were in malls back then that are no longer around. And it's pretty sad, to see so many things just go away that were actually good, especially for kids too. That's where you mostly will find like every kid, back then at the arcade.
Oh yeah, so I'd bike over.
Yep,
homework done.
They'll take their change
Bike
and
right over.
spend that money on that arcade.
Oh, absolutely.
Now we just go home, put the power button, and just pick a controller or a keyboard and go at it.
Yep. Or the consoles, with the consoles, controller, PCs, you could do it either way.
Yeah, and back then, man, they had tournaments and everything, and oh man, people were so hyped, and it was just the energy was amazing. Like you didn't have no one fighting over a game, or people really getting into it. Like it was just a good time.
Everybody wanted to battle for the high score.
Yeah, now forget about it. You beat someone in the game, they want to fight you.
Or you get back into the lobby. Oh, yeah.
They want to know where you live at. Or they cuss you out. Or talk about your mama and everything like God. Darn, man. Like, it was just a game. Like, darn, man. Relax. Only won by 1 point.
Not to them. That's Well, here was the thing. You'd see, like, the top 10 on there. It's like, I don't know who these people are. They certainly didn't know who the hell I was.
Yeah, you just go ahead and put your name in. I used to love that.
Yeah, you get the first 3 letters and that's it.
Yeah, I used to hate that, man. You get the high score, come back the next day, find out someone beat your high score. So now you got to work harder and then beat your high score.
How many more quarters is this going to cost me?
Like, darn it. It was good, man. I spent so much money in arcades or when I was younger at like Chuck E. Cheese. When Chuck E. Cheese had stuff. Chuck E. Cheese had some good stuff back then. Now they just have like a lot of kiddie, boring, weird stuff. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to make of it. I know every time I go on there, I'm like, this is a waste of money. This is not fun at all. This just looks stupid. And you just go in there, hit a button, and that's it. You're done. There's no skill at all anymore.
Yeah. Well, and what's really going to put the hurting on Intel is, guess what? We talked about it a little bit. AMD Ryzen 3000 series. The specs are being leaked out again. And they're coming out with a 16-core Zen processor, 2, that will beat its Intel beater for $560. 16 cores.
516. That's not bad.
No,
that's not a bad price at all.
16.
You
Go ahead.
expect that to be so much more? That's it.
It's a Ryzen 9. What it's going to be called is Ryzen 9 3850X. It's going to be 16 cores, 32 threads.
That is not a bad price.
Oh no,
not at all.
And the thing I don't know is that compatible with existing motherboards?
Hey man, we get more information. It looks like more and more stuff is getting leaked. So, whatever more get leaked, the more stuff we'll find out.
And it'd be really nice if it is. Like for example, on our tier, like where the Ryzen 3, 5, and 7, the 9s are above our tiers, but maybe it's compatible. Like the Ryzen 7, they're coming out with a 3700X. It's going to be 12 cores, 24 threads, 4.2 gigahertz speed with a boost clock of 5 gigahertz.
I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't make it compatible, because everything so far they've been doing has been great. So, I don't see why it wouldn't be. But, like, who knows? You know, they might move away from that. And we won't find out until more information comes out. But the way it's going so far, it sounds going to be great. It's already got a great price tag. And you're getting so much from it. It's still cheaper than an iPhone.
And what we were talking about last week, the what was it, Samsung Fold, like what was it? What did I say it was? Like $1,800.
That is not. They're not going to make it long at all. They're not going to make it long. There was another one. Who was it? Hawaii, or something like that. Huawei was making a fold phone as well.
That was what, 2,700?
Yeah, they're not going to make it. I don't know what they thought about that price tag. Like.
Well, the only people I could think of that might buy something like that is like a business that they want to give their people a phone that is also a tablet instead of having a phone and then a separate tablet.
Yeah, I can understand that for like companies, but for personal use, I can't see it, man. I mean, if you do, that's on you. But me personally, I don't need my phone to be a tablet. I really don't. No, I got my phone, I got a computer. If I want a tablet, I would have got one. I don't even have a tablet. Most people who got tablets, they use it for like security purposes or something else. I can understand using it for that. But I'm not going to buy a tablet for games and stuff like that. That's just a waste. But if you're going to use it for like security purpose or to control your lights, your home, that's totally fine. You know, that's a good way to use a tablet. Or, kids, of course, they can use it for the games stuff. You know, kids can use it. But me, no, man, I'm not using it for no games or any of that. That's just crazy. But everybody's price tag, it's just getting too ridiculous. First, Apple started with their $1,000 phone. Then everyone else want to try to up that or jump on board. Like Samsung got their Galaxy up to like $800 or something like that. They're getting far and far out of my price tag, man. They're getting greedy. They're getting too greedy. The economy is down. People are not making as much money as they are. So I don't understand why they're charging more money for this stuff. Now at least you got AMD out here that's looking at how the economy is, and they're working. Their prices are working around what the way the new economy is now. You know, and they're doing it the smart way. They're not doing it to like hurt you.
Oh yeah, they're doing it to help you. They're giving you a much better processor, more cores, more threads, more speed, and they're keeping you around the same price point, if not
they're
a little cheaper.
Apple, they seem like Apple's more of a company phone, but they also have regular individual who buy it for personal use. But, they're not looking out to say, I know this phone's expensive, so we're going to help you out. No, they don't care. No. They don't care at all. They be like, okay, here we go. We can throw you into this payment plan. That's the best we can do. And, that's it. That's all we can do for you. Same thing with everyone else. We're just going to keep it at this price, and we're going to stick with that. You like it, get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. Or if you want to break the bank and do it, go for it. You're gonna make my pockets fatter. Well, AMD, like I said, they're looking at the shape of the economy now, and then they're working with they have a reasonable price instead of overpricing it. And you're getting so much more, and they're not. It seems like they're not looking at as a loss because they're giving you so much for so little. It's like they're really looking out for their fan base. That's what it seems like to me. That their number one thing is their customer service, their fan base, or whatever you want to call it, which a lot of companies forget about.
Yeah, like Intel and AMD, they really could use a and then their graphics card division is geared more towards like the lower end, whereas Nvidia is going for more the mid to upper end. I mean, Nvidia, AMD has like you have the Vegas 7, and then the Vegas 64, and the Vegas was it 56?
Mm-hmm.
And those were like mid-tier cards. Well, that's where kind of AMD did drop the ball in it, because they did overprice those cards.
Yeah, but they make up for it with their price of their processors and everything else, you know. So yeah, they do have a little bit more money on certain things, but it's nothing compared to like Intel or anyone else. Like Intel will have their graphics card high and their processors high, you know. While AMD, they're trying to balance it out. Like, you know, we can make a little money from the graphics card, and we can also, you know, go ahead and lower the price on our processors. You know, that way we can even our money out. Instead of everyone else just like, oh, screw everyone. We're gonna just try to empty their pockets. You know, we're all in.
Well,
we ain't worried about taking no loss or nowhere. Forget that.
And that's the thing is more competition helps to keep things going, but AMD is killing it.
See, AMD, they got that mentality is you gotta spend money to make money, and
their CPU
they're spending money. They're spending money to put all this stuff into the graphics card, their processors, and they're give you for a cheaper price, but they sell more, so that makes up for it. It might be cheaper, but they sell more, so it balances out, and that's a good business strategy. Unlike Sears, on the other hand, didn't fail to have that business strategy, and now look at them.
Oh, I finally did figure out what this was. Got this.
What is it?
They posted on Facebook. And I guess they had to send this out to everyone. They sent one out to you.
Yeah, I think so. I think I got one. I might have shredded already.
What it is it deals with the bankruptcy. If you're like a vendor or someone that Sears owes you money, that's what this is for.
Oh, well, I'm not a vendor.
Neither am I. I don't believe Sears owes me any money. But
I mean, if they want to give me money, I'll take it before they go down.
Well, and that's the thing is, it's like
I'll take wherever you want to give me before you all sink all the way. Shoot, I ain't gonna be like Rose on the Titanic. I make room on that door. Come on.
I mean, I feel bad for everyone that is still there, because
I do too, because it's just a matter of time.
Well, the amount of pressure, especially the appliance salespeople are under, because one, you're strict commission.
Yeah.
Two, they want you to get the PAs, the installs, the credit apps.
I mean, look at the pressure we was under before. Everything started hitting the fan. Look at the pressure we was under, and it was nowhere near as the shape it's in now. And it was insane. It was to the point when it was just like smothering you. Like you talk to one person and they say, "Oh, well, I'm just looking." The next you know, you have management up your ass. Did you go talk to them? Did you go ask them? Go see what they want? They say they just looking. They want some time. Look, well, go over there and see what they're going. Tell them about the sales. Tell them about this. Tell them about that. Get their phone number. Tell them about the deals that's coming up. Send them a recap.
Well, and that's the thing is the
God.
And it's no secret. The time to buy is around the major holidays. You know that. I know that. And if you don't know that, then you shouldn't be shocked.
And the thing is, the way me and you looked at it, as if we was the customer walking into a store. Who wants to walk into a store and get stuff crammed down their throat as soon as they walk in the door? I don't.
Then there's 3 of us, 4 of us, 5 of us standing around, and then there's one customer in the department. And how many times did 3 of us say, "Oh, I asked him, I already asked him"?
Well, go ask them again. Go see. It's been a couple minutes.
Well, the thing is, I just asked them.
Is it really gonna make a difference? No, for 2 minutes from now? No. Like they come get you when you're ready. Like just don't you got to give people time. You know, people need time to think, especially when they're making big purchases. They need time to think. If they got their phone out, let them do their research. Let them do whatever they got to do. They get comfortable, and they'll come get you when they're ready. But don't sit there and be up their ass, you know, right next to them while they're trying to do their research or whatever, and just trying to cram shit down their throat while they're trying to think about what they're doing. Because it's not like, okay, I want that and I'm done. You know, it's a big purchase. It's something that they're going to have to stick with for years to come, and they want to make sure that it's going to be, you know, right, you know, fit for them. Instead of just trying to cram shit down their throat, like here, take this one, you know, take that one. You know, you should like the features on this one.
You're right. You're 100% right. And, you know, like I said, you and I both treated people like the way we like to be treated. Let me get into the apartment. Let me look around a bit. Then approach me. Because when you jump down my throat, you'll find me walking back.
Yeah, the only time I ever missed that was at Best Buy. Because Best Buy totally didn't give you that at all anymore. You know, like we used to walk in the door, Best Buy, hey, how you doing? How can I help you? Oh, yeah, I need this. All right, let me go check, and then they give you a response right away. Now, you can be lucky to find someone at Best Buy. You know, especially when it's like when they're doing certain time periods, like when they're busy or anything. Like when it was busy and everything, and I go to Best Buy, there was always someone there. Hi, how you doing? How can I help you? You know, is there anything I can help you find? No, blah, blah, blah. Now, you know, when they're busy, good luck, you know, trying to find someone. You know, you get someone, and when you do get someone, you say, yeah, okay, I'm looking for this. It takes them probably like 10 minutes to get back to you. It's ridiculous how it is now. And see, Best Buy, you know, that's one thing I did miss about them. You know, because, you know, it was something. Best Buy, you know, it's small purchases. You know, you either look for a TV or phone, maybe some cables. You know, it's not a huge purchase like a washing machine or a dryer or a refrigerator, something big. You know, so Best Buy, I didn't mind them bothering me. But if I'm like planning on doing my whole entire kitchen and stuff, I need time to think. You know, especially if I got to consult my wife or consult my spouse. I need time to think. I need to get the information I need to get back to her, and we can come down and get